Sam Morris, and I am 18 years old.
I'm Josh Kreuger. I'm 17 years old.
My name is Ryan Wenger, and I'm 16 years old.
My name's Brendan, and I am 22 years old.
I'm Dominic Mikel. I'm 22 years old.
I started riding BMX at the age of 13. It was 1985, and my dad took me to California. I was fortunate enough to go to California. I come from a big family. I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm diabetic, so not a lot of people know that. And my dad took me out there to give me something to do because I guess he felt sorry for me. So we went to California, and my uncle lived there, brought me to Huntington Beach, and I saw 2 guys riding bikes, and I've never seen a bike like that before. I'm from Missouri, and I said, "What are those?" And he said, "It's some new thing, freestyle BMX." And I said, "That's what I want to do. I want to do that." So I came back to Missouri after my vacation and visited a couple stores while I was in California that looked similar to what we're in here today, Dial Scooters and BMX, and it changed my life. I walked into a store and it looked like a candy store to me. There was colors and there was things that I'd never seen. And I came back and went to our local bike shop and said, "Can you order me one of these bikes?" And showed him a magazine. And 2 weeks later, he called me, and my Schwinn Predator Freeform Z in Arctic Orange had arrived. And I went to pick it up, and I was an excited, 14-year-old kid at the time. Got my first freestyle bike then, and he had about 30 other bikes in the shop. So I think I was probably one of the first guys in St. Charles County to have an actual freestyle bike. And I brought it out the parking lot, did an endo, flipped it over in the rain, and my dad threw it in the back seat and shook his head at me. And I never looked back. Man, there's been so many riders that I've been fortunate enough to see in my lifetime and meet, even for a small moment. But when I think of BMX, it's Dave Mira. It's 100% Dave Mira. He was an innovator of the sport, and we lost Dave way too young, and he did so much for BMX and freestyle specifically, and just a great human being, a champion, and that's who I looked up to. Honestly, there was one way back in the day, and I can't even remember the name of it, but I do remember the video, and it was put out by CW Racing, and it was with Dissix and Seppi Mays, and those dudes were the originators of like street, short ramp, things like that, and it was just totally crazy. I saw these guys that looked like rock stars on bikes, and that was probably one of my favorite videos.
What made you want to start Dial Pro? Why do they call it Dial?
He always does this.
What
he does
made
this all the time. It's Dialed Scooters and BMX.
What made you want to start Dial Scooters and BMX?
I always wanted the feeling for everybody else, young kids, that I had when I was 13 years old in California. I walked into the shop, and that changed my life. It was a small shop, and it was just so cool looking, and that's kind of what I strive for. And we're close to the youth activity park gap, and I got a brand new pump track over there. And really what kind of got the idea going was I was over there riding my bike, just started riding park a couple of years ago, honestly, and saw all the scooters, and I knew there was a need for BMX parts, and I didn't realize how big scootering is becoming. And I saw a need for it, and I saw something that I could create and hopefully do it close, which we can't be any closer than we are, and went home and said, "I'm going to open a scooter and a BMX shop, and I'm going to give kids the same feeling and opportunity that I had when I was 13. And most people buy things online, which that's fine, but setting foot into an actual physical store and getting to see what you're purchasing and getting to put your hands on some of the products before you actually order them, and the feeling that you get, it's kind of a long gone feeling, but we're bringing it back." So the future of Dial, what I'm looking most forward to, is just being here, just being part of the mainstream BMX scooter, and doing what we can, and kind of maybe leaving things a little bit better than it was when we first found it. And for anybody that's inspired to do anything that you want to do in life. And for us at Dial, we don't want to be super huge. We want to do our own thing. We want to build our own name. We want to have our own reputation, but we want to do it the right way. And we want to make sure that people understand this is a sport and this is a lifestyle. I mean, more than a sport to me, honestly, it's always been a lifestyle, and I think that's what I want for everybody to understand. It's a lifestyle, and we're here, and we want to be part of that lifestyle.
I'm Sam Morris, and I am 18 years old. Riding for probably 5.5 years. Got me into scootering. My dad was at Walmart one day and went to the clearance aisle and saw a Razor Pro model. He picked it up, thought it'd be fun, and brought it home, and the rest is history from there. My favorite part of scootering is probably just the community for like when you land a big trick and stuff. Probably the rider that inspired me most is probably Ryan Williams. Been watching him since day one. Favorite video parts, probably Brendan Smith said it from like 2016 or 2017. I'm just looking forward to when we get to a big name shop and people from out of state start ordering from us, and we're more than just the shop outside of our local skate park.
Good. I'm Josh Kreuger. I'm 17 years old. I've been riding for about 4 years now. What got me into scootering is one day my friend just asked me to go to Ramp Riders, and I brought my Razor scooter, and then I ended up getting my own pro scooter, and I just started from there. It was really fun, and I loved it since I started. And my favorite part about scootering is probably just the fact that it's like so different. Not a lot of people do it, and you just get to be yourself, and you get to ride however you want to.
What riders inspire you the most?
Probably Cody Flom because of his riding style. It's super clean. And probably Ryan Williams just because he's so insane, and I grew up watching his edits and stuff like that. So favorite video part is probably Web Edit 3 by Ryan Williams, just because I was like a year into scootering, and it really inspired me to, get better. Dylan Morrison's Welcome to Apex edit. It's just insane. I'm looking forward to probably the events we're gonna hold, like the jams and maybe competitions in the future, and also just when we get well known across the country, and it's just gonna be amazing to be a part of it.
My name's Ryan Wenger and I'm 16 years old. Been riding for about 5 years. I started off just dealing with my friends because we didn't have anything to do, and then started getting more serious, and I was the only one that stuck with it. And my favorite part has to be just being able to go and hang out with all my friends and do the thing that we love and not have to worry about anything else.
What riders inspire you the most?
I'd have to say, I'm probably going to go with what Josh and Sam said and go with Ryan Williams. I mean, we have the same name, so I kind of felt like I had to be as good as him. Favorite video part is probably John Marco Gatos' World's Edit. It was just insane. I'm looking forward to us getting to the point where it's just a pro level shop. We have people from everywhere wanting to come here and check out the store and buy stuff.
My name's Brendan, and I'm 22 years old. I've been riding BMX for 12 years now. I just started riding around my neighborhood, and then I finally was like, I need a better bike, so I went and bought a Complete, and then just started riding that around my neighborhood, and it slowly progressed to this. And my favorite part's probably just chilling with the homies, for real.
What riders inspire you the most?
Probably Clint Reynolds or Joey Bags, 100%.
What is your favorite video part?
Oh, Clint Reynolds is Home from Home, for sure.
What are you looking forward to with Dials in the future of Dials?
I'm just excited to see where it takes me and just ride this path. It's already a great path already. I'm super excited for all the contests, jams, all that.
Dominic Mikel, I'm 22 years old. I've been riding for anywhere from 7 to 10 years. My parents took me to the track when I was about 9, started racing, and found out about the skate park, started riding freestyle, and my favorite part is the family behind it.
What riders inspire you the most?
Probably Tyler Fernagle or Dennis Henderson. My favorite DVD is The Market Beauty, for sure. Looking forward to all the events they got coming up, everything that Chris is doing, watching the growth of the shop, and seeing the progression with everybody involved.